Hello and welcome to my show. This is episode 3 and this was going to be a bit different. I thought I'd do a holiday special um, as we've got two holidays coming up this week. We've got Valentine's Day and Show Tuesday. So yeah, I thought I'd tell you guys a bit about those holidays' histories. I've also got a pancake tutorial you can look forward to at the end of this video. So yeah, I thought let's start off with Valentine's Day, also known as Saint Valentine's Day. It's, before it came a reason for card shops to stay relevant outside of Christmas and birthdays, and for restaurants to raise their prices. It was originally a uh, Christian feast, um, honouring the martyred Saint Valentine, um, uh, on February 14th. The tale goes that Saint Valentine was apparently imprisoned and executed by the Roman Empire for marrying soldiers, as soldiers weren't allowed to marry in those times. Um, There's also a legend that while he was in prison, Saint Valentine um, Saint Valentine cured the blindness of his judge's daughter, and before he was executed, he sent her a letter with it signed "Your Valentine," which is probably where the romantic and the connotations and the idea for the cards, Valentine's cards, comes from. But yeah, so he died around 269 AD. You could apparently there's a church you can see his alleged skull on display if you're interested in going to visit that. Yeah, this the holiday started becoming a romantic holiday in the 14th century when courtship and courtship became a common practice to woo a loved one. But it wasn't until the 18th century where more romantic traditions started to arise, such as in England, where we started giving cards known as Valentine's cards, as well as gifts such as flowers and sweets and stuff. In Italy, they gave out things known as Saint Valentine's keys, which was an expression of love, and that is and symbolism that the key the giver's was the key to the giver's heart. Um, yes, and in Japan, rental of rooms at love hotels increase by a lot, but I don't think we should go into that. Moving on onto Shrove Tuesday, also known as Fat Tuesday, also known as Pancake Day. This is one of my favourite holidays. I love pancakes, love baking, so this is just right up my street. Um, this is originally also a Christian holiday, which takes place, and it takes place the 7 weeks on the 7th week before Easter, and the day before Ash Wednesday, which is the first day of Lent. Lent is a custom where people give up indulgences on the lead up to Easter in order to better themselves spiritually. But yeah, it's Shrove Tuesday originates from the custom of eating large amounts of fatty food, including butter and eggs, um, before giving it up. And yeah, that's where the kind of pancakes come from, with the butter and the eggs. And it was custom of eating pancakes originates from about the 16th century, but the custom of Shrove Tuesday actually originates as far back as 1000 AD. And continuing with the theme, I'm going to show you my first baking cookie tutorial, which is American style fluffy pancakes. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little rough around the edges, but I'm hoping you'll find it useful.
Okay, first up we're going to go through the ingredients. I'm making a double batch, so that makes about 11 or 12 pancakes. If you want to make a single batch, that makes about 5 or 6, just half the quantities I've used. So you want 270 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of caster sugar, which is about 60 grams, 260 milliliters of milk, 2 large eggs, and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. You could also use melted butter. I decided to go for olive oil because melted butter is a bit of a faff to sort out. This is the equipment I'd recommend you use. I used a mixing bowl, weighing scales, a sieve, a measuring jug, measuring spoons, a hand whisk, but you can also use a fork, a ladle, but you could also just use a big spoon, um, and a frying pan, preferably non-stick. First up is the dry ingredients. Okay, so first off you're going to want to sift in the flour, sugar, baking powder, and the salt into the mixing bowl. Give it a quick mix and put aside. These are all the wet ingredients and the equipment you'll need to put them all together. First up, you're going to want to add in the 2 eggs and give them a quick mix. Then you're going to want to add in the milk and mix that together. Then add in the oil and mix that together, and then add in the vanilla extract. Okay, so you're going to want to combine the wet and dry ingredients and mix them together until it is a smooth, no lump-free batter. I then halved the batter and added some crushed Oreos for a cookies and cream flavoured pancake mix. Next we come to cooking the pancakes, so you're going to want to preheat your frying pan, and my hob is on a high heat. You're then going to want to have about a ladle which is about 2/3 full. You can kind of see how much mix I put in the pan. You're going to want to let that heat up until it starts bubbling. Then you're going to want to flip it over and let it cook for another 10-20 seconds. You'll see it rise, and once it's risen, you can flip it over again to check the other side is brown, and then remove it from the pan. If you want to add chocolate chips to your pancakes, you just sprinkle them in just after you've added the batter to the frying pan. Here's the Oreo pancake mix going in. There's very little difference in cooking these variations. It takes about a minute to cook a pancake, so you want about 30 seconds either side max. Um, it can Some of them look a little black on the sides, but don't worry, it doesn't affect the taste at all. And finally, you're going to want to add any of your favourite fixings. I put strawberries and ice cream and chocolate on mine. But yeah, you could add whatever you want, Nutella, lemon juice and sugar if you're a classic. If you want to tie the two holidays together, you could cook the pancakes at 11:50 p.m. on Sure Tuesday, and then serve them to your loved one after midnight on Valentine's Day.
So yeah, I hope that helps as a good start to your pancake day / Valentine's Day. If you try this recipe out, let me know how it goes. Send me pictures by mentioning me on Instagram. I'd really love to see how well it turned out for you guys. If you have, of course, if you have any questions about the recipe or method, feel free to comment below. I'll reply to any questions you have. Yeah, and I'd also love to hear your feedback on those tutorials. I know I don't have the ideal equipment you would use for something like that, but um, I'm up for any feedback on making it better. So yeah, just let me know. But yeah, with that, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon and enjoy your weeks.
99